Imagine this. You're watching a movie in English, and suddenly the characters start talking fast, really fast. And even though you know the words, you feel lost. Not because your English is bad, but because your listening just can't keep up.
Oh, wow, that's literally me. I understand subtitles perfectly, but the moment I turn them off, it feels like a completely different language.
Exactly. And here's the truth most people don't tell you. Listening is not about knowing more vocabulary. It's about training your brain to process real conversations in real time.
Wait, so you're saying I don't need to memorize more words?
Not in the way you think. Because today, on Talk Easy Daily, we're going to do something different. This isn't just a lesson. This is a test, a real listening experience. And if you stay with us till the end, your brain will start hearing English in a completely new way.
Okay, now I'm curious. What kind of test are we talking about?
A conversation test. Natural, unscripted feeling dialogue. The kind you hear in real life. But here's the twist. We'll slowly reveal what's happening beneath the surface. So you don't just listen, you understand deeply.
That sounds exciting and slightly scary.
Good. That means you're about to grow. And if you're watching this right now, I want you to do something simple. Don't pause, don't rewind, just listen, even if you miss something.
That's hard. I always want to go back and catch every word.
That habit is actually holding you back. Real conversations don't come with a replay button. So today, you're training your brain to stay present.
Okay, I'm in. But can I ask something first?
Of course.
What if I don't understand everything? Like, what if I only catch 50%?
Then, you're doing it right.
Wait, what?
Most learners think they need 100% understanding, but real progress happens in that uncomfortable zone, where you understand just enough to stay engaged, but not everything.
So feeling confused is part of the process?
Not just part of it, it's necessary.
That actually makes me feel a bit better.
Good. And here's something for you watching right now. Be honest. When was the last time you listened to English without subtitles?
Oof, that question hurts.
Drop your answer in the comments, seriously, because awareness is the first step to improvement.
And also, if you've ever felt frustrated with listening, just type me in the comments. I feel like a lot of people are going through this silently.
Exactly. And this episode is for you.
So what's going to happen next?
In a moment, we're going to start a natural conversation. No slow speech, no artificial pauses, just real English.
Okay, I'm already nervous.
That's perfect, because your brain is about to switch into learning mode.
But before we start, give me one quick tip. Just one.
All right, here it is. Don't focus on every word. Focus on meaning.
Meaning over words.
Yes, because native speakers don't listen word by word. They listen in chunks, ideas, emotions, patterns.
That's interesting. I've never thought about it like that.
And once you start doing that, everything changes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Not so fast.
What now?
Here's the challenge for you watching. During the next conversation, try to answer this question. What is the speaker really feeling? Not just what they are saying.
Oh, wow. So we're listening for emotions too?
Exactly. Because real communication is more than words.
All right, now I'm really curious.
Good. Because what you're about to hear might surprise you. And more importantly, it might reveal why you've been struggling with listening all along.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's begin. All right, listen carefully. No subtitles, no stopping. Just absorb.
Okay, I'm focusing.
So, I was talking to a friend the other day, and he said something interesting. He said he feels more confident reading English than actually speaking it. And I asked him why, and he paused for a second. Then he said, because when I read, I have control, but when I listen, I feel lost.
Wow, that hits hard. I feel that too.
And here's where it gets deeper. I asked him, do you think the problem is your English or your confidence?
Oh, that's a tricky question.
Exactly. And he didn't answer immediately. He just laughed a little and said, maybe both.
That nervous laugh. I know that feeling.
Now here's the part I want you to focus on. When he said maybe both, his tone changed. It wasn't just about language anymore. It was about self-doubt.
So the real problem wasn't just listening, it was how he felt about his ability.
Yes, and this is something most learners completely miss. Listening is emotional.
Emotional? I thought it was just a skill.
That's the myth. The reality is, your emotions directly affect how much you understand.
Wait, So if I feel nervous, I understand less?
Exactly. Your brain goes into a kind of panic mode. It stops processing clearly.
That explains so much. Sometimes I know the words, but I still don't understand.
That's not a vocabulary problem. That's a processing problem.
Okay, this is already changing how I think about listening.
Good. Now let's go deeper into the conversation. Listen again.
I'm ready.
So I told him, let's try something simple. I'm going to speak normally, and I don't want you to translate anything in your head.
Oh no, that sounds difficult. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking right now.
And I told him, you're not supposed to understand everything. You're supposed to catch the idea.
That's such a big shift from words to ideas.
Yes. So I said, yesterday I went to this small cafe, and honestly, it was kind of disappointing.
Okay, I understand that.
Good. Now here's what he did. He stopped me and said, wait, what does disappointing mean?
Oh no, he broke the flow.
Exactly. And that's the mistake.
Because in real life, no one stops the conversation to explain one word.
Right. So I told him, don't stop me. Just keep listening.
That requires a lot of discipline.
It does. So I continued. The place looked nice from outside, but when I went in, the service was slow and the coffee wasn't great either.
Okay, even if someone didn't know disappointing, they could still understand the situation.
Exactly. That's the key insight.
Wow, that's powerful.
Now here's a question for you watching. Did you understand the situation even if there were words you didn't fully know?
That's a good test.
Comment yes if you got the idea, or no if you felt lost. Be honest.
I feel like most people actually understand more than they think.
They do, but they don't trust themselves.
That's so true.
Now let's add another layer. I asked my friend, when you hear fast English, what do you focus on?
I'd probably say individual words.
And that's exactly what he said.
Is that wrong?
It's not wrong, but it's inefficient.
What should we focus on instead?
Patterns, chunks. For example, instead of hearing, I was kind of tired, you hear it as one idea. I was kind of tired.
Oh, like one piece instead of 5 separate words.
Exactly. Native speakers don't process word by word. They process meaning groups.
That makes listening faster, right?
Much faster and smoother.
So if I train my brain to hear chunks, I'll understand more?
Yes. And here's a quick challenge for you. Next time you listen to English, try to notice phrases instead of words.
That sounds like a game.
It is a game, and your brain loves patterns.
Okay, I like this.
Now let me tell you something surprising.
I'm listening.
Sometimes, even native speakers don't catch every word.
Wait, seriously?
Yes, but they still understand the meaning.
That's kind of comforting.
It should be, because perfection is not the goal. Connection is.
That's a powerful line.
And if you're watching right now, ask yourself, are you trying to understand perfectly, or are you trying to understand naturally?
Ooh, that's a deep question.
Drop your answer in the comments. This one really matters.
I feel like a lot of people are going to realize something about themselves.
Exactly. And we're just getting started.
Wait, there's more?
Oh, much more. Because in the next part, we're going to reveal a hidden listening habit that might be slowing you down without you even realizing it.
Okay, now I need to know.
Good. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. All right, let's talk about something most learners don't even realize they're doing.
Now I'm curious. What is it?
It's a silent habit, almost invisible, but it destroys your listening speed.
That sounds serious. What is it?
Translating in your head.
Oh no, I do that all the time.
Almost everyone does at the beginning, but here's the problem. Translation creates a delay.
A delay, meaning I'm always behind the speaker?
Exactly. While you're translating one sentence, the next 2 sentences have already passed.
That explains why I feel lost after a few seconds.
Yes, it's not that the English is too fast, it's that your brain is taking a longer route.
So instead of understanding directly, I'm going through my native language first.
Right, and that extra step slows everything down.
Okay, but how do I stop doing that? It feels automatic.
Good question. Let me show you something simple.
I'm listening.
If I say, it's raining, what happens in your mind?
I immediately picture rain.
Exactly. You don't need to translate it.
True.
But if I say a longer sentence, like, I was planning to go out, but it started raining unexpectedly, what do you do?
I think I start translating parts of it.
And that's where the problem begins.
So the goal is to understand longer sentences the same way I understand it's raining.
Yes, direct understanding, no translation.
That sounds like a big shift.
It is, but here's the trick. You don't force it, you train it.
How?
By listening to slightly difficult content consistently.
Slightly difficult. Not too easy, not too hard?
Exactly. Because if it's too easy, your brain doesn't crow. And if it's too hard, your brain shuts down.
That balance is tricky.
It is. But once you find it, progress becomes much faster.
Okay, I feel like I'm starting to see what's been holding me back.
Good. Now let's test something.
A test? Already?
Yes. I'll say a short story. Just listen. Don't translate.
Okay, I'll try.
Last weekend, I decided to wake up early and go for a walk. At first, I didn't want to get out of bed, but once I stepped outside and felt the fresh air, I realized it was worth it. Don't overthink. What did you understand?
Someone woke up early, didn't feel like it, but later felt happy about the decision.
Perfect.
Wait, I actually got it.
Exactly. And you didn't need to translate every word.
That feels surprisingly easy.
Because your brain is capable. You just need to trust it.
That's a big mindset shift.
Now here's something interesting. Many learners think they need more grammar to understand listening.
Yeah, I've thought that too.
But grammar is not your main problem.
Then what is it?
Exposure. Real, consistent exposure to natural English.
So just listening more?
Not just more, smarter.
What does that mean?
Listening with awareness. For example, noticing how words connect.
Connect?
Yes, native speakers don't say every word clearly. They blend sounds.
Oh, like gonna instead of going to.
Exactly. Or wanna, gotta, kinda.
That always confuses me.
And that's why listening feels difficult. Because what you learned and what you hear don't match.
That makes so much sense.
Let me give you a quick pattern interrupt.
Okay, I'm ready.
Myth. Native speakers speak fast.
That sounds true, though.
Reality. They don't speak fast. They connect words.
Oh, wow.
When words connect, it feels fast. But it's actually smooth, not rushed.
So if I learn these connections, listening becomes easier?
Much easier.
That's a game changer.
And here's a quick challenge for you watching. Next time you hear going to, listen carefully. Do they really say going to or gonna?
That's such a simple but powerful exercise.
Exactly. Small awareness, big improvement.
I like that.
Now let's go deeper into something even more important.
There's more?
Yes, because even if you fix translation and you understand chunks, there's still one hidden factor that can break your listening.
What is it?
Your expectations.
Expectations? How does that affect listening?
In a way you probably haven't noticed yet.
Okay, now I'm really curious.
Good. Because in the next part, we're going to uncover how your brain predicts language and how that can either help you or completely confuse you.
That sounds fascinating.
And once you understand this, your listening will never be the same again. All right, now we're stepping into something deeper. This is where listening becomes almost psychological.
Psychological? Okay, now I'm really interested.
Your brain doesn't just listen, it predicts.
Predicts? Like guessing what comes next?
Exactly. Every time someone speaks, your brain is trying to stay one step ahead.
Wait, I think I've experienced that. Sometimes I know what someone is about to say.
Yes, and when your prediction is correct, listening feels easy, almost effortless.
But when it's wrong, everything falls apart.
Exactly. And that's where many learners struggle.
So it's not just about hearing, it's about expecting the right thing?
That's a big part of it. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
If I say, I went to the restaurant and ordered a...
Food.
Exactly. Your brain fills that gap instantly.
That felt automatic.
Now imagine this. I say, I went to the restaurant and ordered a laptop.
Wait, what? That feels wrong.
Exactly. Your brain gets confused because the prediction failed.
So when I don't understand something, it might be because my expectation was wrong?
Yes, not because your English is weak, but because your brain guessed incorrectly.
That's such a different way of looking at it.
And here's where it gets even more interesting. Native speakers rely heavily on prediction.
So they're not hearing every word clearly either?
Not always, but their predictions are so accurate that they don't need to.
That's incredible.
Now here's a question for you watching. Have you ever misunderstood something in English and later realized you assumed the wrong meaning?
Oh, I've definitely done that.
Comment yes if that's happened to you. This is more common than you think.
I feel like a lot of people are going to relate to this.
Absolutely. Now let's test your prediction skill.
Another test? Okay.
I'll start a sentence and you try to guess the ending. Ready?
Ready.
This morning I was so tired that I almost...
Fell asleep again?
Perfect. That's a natural prediction.
That felt easy.
Now listen to this. This morning I was so tired that I almost...
Started dancing in the kitchen. That's so unexpected.
Exactly. And when something is unexpected, your brain slows down to process it.
So unexpected language makes listening harder?
Yes, because it breaks your prediction pattern.
Wow, this explains why jokes in English are hard to understand sometimes.
Exactly. Humor often depends on breaking expectations.
That makes so much sense.
Now here's the key insight. Better listening comes from better prediction.
So how do we improve that?
by exposing yourself to real conversations again and again.
So your brain learns patterns over time?
Yes, it starts recognizing what usually comes next.
Like training your intuition.
Exactly. And once your intuition improves, listening becomes smoother.
This is starting to feel like learning music.
That's actually a great comparison.
Really?
Yes, when you first hear music, it might sound chaotic, but over time you start recognizing patterns, rhythms, and structures.
And then it feels natural.
Exactly. Language works the same way.
That's a really helpful way to think about it.
Now let's add another layer to this.
There's more layers? This is getting deep.
Because even if your prediction improves, there's still something that can interrupt your understanding instantly.
Let me guess, another hidden problem?
Yes, and it's something you've probably experienced many times.
Okay, tell me.
Losing focus for just a few seconds.
Oh no, that happens to me all the time.
And in those few seconds, you miss key information.
And then I feel completely lost.
Exactly. And the worst part? Once you're lost, your brain starts panicking.
Yes, and then I miss even more.
It becomes a chain reaction.
So how do we stop that?
That's what we're going to explore next.
Let me guess, it's not as simple as just focus.
Not at all. It's about training your attention in a very specific way.
Okay, now I really want to know.
Good, because in the next part, we're going to reveal a simple technique that can instantly improve your focus while listening.
Instantly? That sounds too good to be true.
That's what I thought too, until I tested it.
All right, I'm ready for this.
And trust me, once you try it, you'll never listen the same way again. All right, here's the technique. And I want you to really pay attention because it sounds simple, but it changes everything.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's called forward focus.
Forward focus. What does that mean?
Instead of trying to understand everything you just heard, you train your brain to stay with what's coming next.
Wait, so I shouldn't think about what I missed.
Exactly, because the moment you go back mentally, you lose the present.
Oh, wow, I do that all the time. If I miss one word, I start thinking about it.
And while you're thinking, the speaker keeps talking.
And then I miss even more.
That's the trap.
So forward focus means always staying with the flow?
Yes, think of it like a river. You don't try to grab the water behind you, you move with the current.
That's such a powerful image.
And here's something interesting. Native speakers do this naturally.
They don't go back and analyze what they missed?
No, they trust that the next part will help them understand.
That requires a lot of trust in your brain.
Exactly, and that's what we're building here.
Okay, but what if I miss something really important?
Good question. Let me ask you this. When you watch a movie and miss one line, do you stop the entire movie?
No, I just keep watching.
And most of the time, you still understand the story.
That's true.
Because meaning builds over time. It's not dependent on one single word.
That makes me feel less pressure.
Good, because pressure is the enemy of listening.
That's such a strong statement.
And it's true. The more relaxed you are, the more your brain absorbs.
So listening is not just a skill, it's also a mental state.
Exactly. Now let's try a quick exercise.
Okay.
I'll say a slightly longer story. Your only job is to stay present. No translating, no going back.
All right, I'll try my best.
A few days ago, I was running late for a meeting, and I couldn't find my keys anywhere. I checked my bag, my desk, even the kitchen, but they were nowhere. Just when I was about to give up, I realized they were in my pocket the whole time.
Oh no, that's so relatable.
What did you understand?
Someone was late, searching everywhere for keys, and then realized they had them all along.
Perfect.
And I didn't panic even when I missed a small detail.
Exactly. You stayed with the flow.
That actually felt smooth.
That's forward focus in action.
I like this technique a lot.
Now here's a quick pattern interrupt.
Okay.
Most learners think they need to slow down the audio to understand better.
Yeah, I always do that.
But here's the reality. Slowing down too much can actually hurt your progress.
Wait, really?
Yes, because real conversations don't happen slowly.
So I'm training my brain for an unrealistic situation?
Exactly. Instead, it's better to listen at natural speed and train your brain to adapt.
That sounds challenging.
It is, but it's also the fastest way to improve.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now here's something for you watching. Be honest. Do you usually slow down audio when listening to English?
I'm guilty of that.
Comment slow if you do, or normal if you listen at regular speed.
I'm curious to see the answers.
Me too, because this one habit can reveal a lot about your listening level.
This is really eye-opening.
And we're not done yet.
Of course not. I can feel there's something bigger coming.
Yes, because now that you understand focus, prediction, and translation.
There's still another piece missing?
Yes, the final piece that connects everything together.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
It's about how you practice listening when you're alone.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because what you do outside of conversations determines how well you perform inside them.
That sounds important.
It is, and in the next part, we're going to reveal a simple daily habit that can dramatically improve your listening without feeling like studying.
Without studying? Now that sounds perfect.
Exactly, because the best learning doesn't feel like learning.
All right, I'm ready for this.
Good, because this next idea might completely change your daily routine. All right, let's talk about the habit that can quietly transform your listening without you even realizing it.
I'm really curious about this one because most of my practice feels forced.
Exactly, and that's the problem. When learning feels heavy, you don't stay consistent.
So this habit is easy?
Not just easy, natural. It's something you can do every single day without extra effort.
Okay, tell me.
Passive listening with active awareness.
Wait, that sounds a bit contradictory.
It does, but let me explain. Passive listening means you expose yourself to English while doing something else, like walking, cooking, or even relaxing.
Okay, I've tried that before. I usually just play something in the background.
And here's where most people go wrong. They treat it as noise.
Oh, yeah, I don't really pay attention.
Exactly. That's passive without awareness. What we want is passive exposure with moments of attention.
Moments of attention?
Yes, you don't need to focus 100% all the time, but every few minutes, you tune in.
Like checking in with the audio?
Exactly. You suddenly ask yourself, what are they talking about right now?
That sounds manageable.
And here's the magic. Those small moments train your brain continuously.
So even if I'm not fully focused, I'm still improving?
Yes, because your brain is constantly absorbing patterns in the background.
That's actually really encouraging.
Let me give you a quick story.
I love these examples.
I knew someone who struggled with listening for years. He tried courses, apps, everything, but nothing worked.
That sounds frustrating.
Very. Then he changed one thing. He started listening to English podcasts every day while commuting.
Just casually?
Yes, no pressure, no pausing, no translating.
And what happened?
For the first 2 weeks, nothing.
That's discouraging.
It is, but he kept going. In around week 3, something clicked.
What kind of click?
He said, I didn't realize it, but I started understanding whole conversations without trying.
That's amazing.
That's the power of consistent exposure.
So progress was happening even when he didn't feel it?
Exactly. And this is something you need to understand. Listening improvement is invisible at first.
Invisible?
Yes, you don't feel it day by day, but suddenly, you notice a big difference.
That explains why people give up too early.
Exactly. They expect immediate results.
That's so true.
Now here's a question for you watching. How often do you listen to English daily?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Be honest. Is it once a week? A few minutes a day?
Or not at all.
Drop your answer in the comments. Awareness creates change.
I feel like this is going to motivate people.
I hope so, because consistency beats intensity every time.
That's a powerful line.
Now, let's take this one step further.
There's more?
Yes, because passive listening alone is not enough.
Of course, there's always a deeper layer.
You also need something called active reinforcement.
Okay, that sounds more serious.
It's actually simple. After listening, you take a moment to reflect.
Reflect how?
Ask yourself, what did I understand?
Even if it's just a small part?
Especially if it's small, because that builds confidence.
I like that, focusing on what I understood instead of what I missed.
Exactly. That shift changes everything.
This feels very different from how I used to learn.
Because most methods focus on mistakes, we're focusing on progress.
That's so refreshing.
Now, let me challenge you.
Uh-oh, another challenge?
Yes, starting today, listen to at least 10 minutes of English daily.
That sounds doable.
But here's the rule. No subtitles.
That's the scary part.
That's also the growth part.
Fair enough.
And after listening, ask yourself one simple question. What was the main idea?
That's it?
That's it?
I like how simple this is.
Simple, but powerful.
I feel like if people actually do this, they'll see real improvement.
They will, but only if they stay consistent.
That's always the hardest part.
True, but let me tell you something important.
I'm listening.
You don't need motivation. You need a system.
A system?
Yes, something so easy that you don't have to think about it.
Like a daily habit?
Exactly. And once it becomes a habit, improvement becomes automatic.
That's such a good way to look at it.
Now, here's something interesting.
What?
At this point, you've learned more about listening than most learners ever do.
Really?
Yes,
You understand emotions, prediction, focus, and practice.
That actually feels empowering.
Good, because in the next part,
There's still more?
yes, now we bring everything together with real-life scenarios.
Oh, like full conversations?
Exactly. Stories, situations, moments where listening either works or completely breaks.
That sounds exciting.
And here's the best part. You'll start noticing patterns in how understanding happens.
I can't wait.
Good, because this next part might be the moment where everything finally clicks for you. All right, now we're bringing everything together. Real situations, real conversations. The kind that either make you feel confident or completely lost.
Okay, this is the part I've been waiting for.
Good, because I want you, not just you, Speaker 2, but you watching right now, to imagine yourself inside these moments.
Like we're actually there?
Exactly, because listening improves fastest when it feels real.
Okay, I'm in.
Scenario 1. You're at a cafe. Someone walks up to you and says, "Hey, is the seat taken?"
That's simple. I understand that.
Good, but now listen to this version. "Hey, is anyone sitting here?" Or
Ooh, that feels different.
same meaning, different delivery.
And slightly harder to catch.
Exactly, because real English is messy. It's not clean textbook sentences.
So the hesitation, that makes it harder?
Yes, but it also makes it more real.
So we need to get used to imperfect speech.
Exactly. Now, imagine you didn't catch that sentence fully.
I'd probably panic a little.
And what happens next?
I freeze and then I miss what they say after.
That's the chain reaction we talked about.
Right. Losing focus leads to more confusion.
So instead, what could you do?
Stay calm and focus on the situation.
Perfect. Context saves you.
Because even if I missed some words, I can guess what they want.
Exactly. Now, here's a question for you watching. When you don't understand something, do you panic or stay calm?
Be honest with yourself.
Comment panic or calm. This awareness matters more than you think.
I feel like a lot of people will say panic.
And that's okay, because now you know what to work on.
This is really practical.
Let's go to another situation.
Okay.
You're talking to a colleague, and they say, "I was going to finish that yesterday, but I ended up getting caught up in something else."
Okay, I understood that, but I had to focus.
Good. Now let's break what made it challenging.
Gonna, ended up, caught up, those phrases are tricky.
Exactly. These are natural expressions, very common in real conversations.
And they don't always translate directly.
Right. That's why translation fails here.
So this is where chunk listening helps.
Yes, you don't translate caught up, you understand it as a situation.
Like being busy or distracted.
Exactly. Now let's make it more real.
Okay.
Imagine you're tired, it's late, and someone says that sentence quickly,
Oh no, that would be much harder.
because your brain is already low on energy.
So my listening ability changes depending on my state?
Absolutely. That's a huge insight.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Listening is not fixed. It changes based on your energy, focus, and emotions.
That explains why some days I understand everything and other days I struggle.
Exactly. It's not random. It's your mental state.
That's actually comforting.
It should be, because it means you're not bad at listening. You're just human.
I like that.
Now let's go into a slightly more emotional scenario.
Okay, this should be interesting.
Imagine a friend says, "I don't know, I've just been feeling kind of off lately."
That feels emotional.
Yes, and notice the phrase kind of off.
That's not very clear.
Exactly. It's vague, but you still understand the feeling.
Like something is wrong, but they can't explain it.
Perfect. That's emotional listening.
So we're not just understanding words, we're understanding feelings.
Exactly. And this is where many learners struggle.
Because they focus too much on literal meaning?
Yes, but real conversations are often indirect.
That's so true.
Now here's a quick pattern interrupt.
Okay,
Myth. Understanding English means understanding every word.
that's what most people believe.
Reality. Understanding English means understanding intention.
That's powerful.
And once you shift to that mindset, everything becomes easier.
I feel like this is a turning point.
It is. Now let's take one more scenario.
All right,
You're watching a group conversation, multiple people speaking. Someone interrupts, another person laughs, someone changes the topic.
oh no, that's chaos.
Exactly. Real life chaos.
That's the hardest situation for me.
And for most learners. But here's the key. You're not supposed to catch everything.
Really?
Yes, even native speakers don't catch every detail in group conversations.
That's surprising.
They focus on the main thread.
The main idea again.
Exactly. Always come back to the main idea.
That feels like a theme throughout everything we've discussed.
Because it is the foundation.
I'm starting to see the big picture now.
Good. Because in the next part,
Wait, there's still more?
yes, now we go even deeper.
Deeper than this?
Yes, we're going to explore advanced listening insights, things that separate average learners from truly confident speakers.
Okay, now I'm really excited.
And this is where everything you've learned so far will come together in a powerful way.
I can feel it building up.
Good, because what you're about to discover might completely change how you experience English forever. All right, now we're stepping into the level that most learners never reach.
That sounds intense. What makes this level different?
This is where listening becomes automatic. Not perfect, but natural.
Automatic sounds like a dream.
It's not a dream, it's a process. But to get there, you need to understand something very important.
I'm listening.
Listening is not a single skill. It's a combination of micro skills working together in real time.
Micro skills? Like what?
For example, sound recognition, pattern matching, emotional interpretation, prediction, and attention control.
Wow, that's a lot happening at once.
Exactly. And here's the problem. Most learners try to improve everything at the same time.
Which probably leads to confusion.
Exactly. So instead, we train awareness of each layer.
That makes it more manageable.
Let's break one down. Sound recognition.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't understand a sentence, not because it's complex, but because your brain didn't recognize the sound.
That happens to me a lot. I hear something, but it feels like noise.
Exactly. And then when you see the sentence written, you think, oh, I know this.
Yes, that's so frustrating.
That's a sound familiarity issue, not a vocabulary issue.
So I know the word, but I don't recognize it when spoken.
Exactly. And the solution is simple. Repeat exposure to real pronunciation.
So hearing it again and again?
Yes, until your brain says, oh, I know that sound.
That makes sense.
Now let's go to another micro skill, pattern matching.
That's the chunking we talked about earlier.
Exactly. Your brain starts recognizing familiar structures.
Like, I was going to, or I ended up.
Perfect examples.
So the more I hear these patterns, the faster I understand.
Yes, because your brain doesn't need to process from scratch every time.
That's efficient.
Now here's where it gets interesting. These micro skills develop at different speeds.
Meaning?
You might be good at vocabulary, but weak in sound recognition.
Oh, so progress can feel uneven.
Exactly. And that's why some days you feel confident and other days you don't.
That explains a lot.
Now let me ask you something, and you watching too.
Okay?
Have you ever understood English perfectly in one situation, but struggled in another?
Yes, all the time.
Comment yes if that's happened to you.
I feel like almost everyone will say yes.
Because listening is context dependent.
Context again.
Always. The topic, the speaker, the speed, your mood, it all matters.
So improving listening means adapting to different situations.
Exactly. Flexibility is the goal.
This is much deeper than I expected.
And we're not done yet.
Of course not.
Let's talk about something subtle but powerful.
I'm ready.
Silence.
Silence? How does that relate to listening?
The space between words matters.
I've never thought about that.
Native speakers use pauses to structure meaning.
So pauses help understanding?
Yes, but learners often ignore them.
I usually focus only on words.
Exactly, but pauses give your brain time to process.
So if I pay attention to pauses, listening becomes easier?
Yes, it's like punctuation in speech.
That's such a cool way to think about it.
Now here's a quick pattern interrupt.
Okay,
Most people think faster speed equals harder listening,
that seems true.
but here's the reality. Unclear speech is harder than fast speech.
Oh,
Clear, connected speech at a natural speed is easier than slow, unnatural speech.
that's surprising.
Because your brain prefers natural patterns.
That changes how I think about practice.
Good. Now let's go even deeper.
Deeper again?
Yes, because this next insight is what separates advanced learners.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's called tolerance for ambiguity.
That sounds complicated.
It's actually simple. It means being comfortable not understanding everything.
Oh, that's hard.
Very hard, but very important.
Why?
Because real conversations are full of unclear moments.
So if I need perfect understanding, I'll struggle.
Exactly. But if you accept partial understanding, you stay engaged.
That's such a mindset shift.
And here's the paradox. The more comfortable you are with not understanding, the more you actually understand.
That's kind of ironic.
It is, but it's true.
I feel like this is something people need to hear.
Absolutely. So here's a question for you watching. Are you okay with not understanding everything?
Be honest.
Comment learning if you're willing to accept that, or perfect if you still want full understanding.
That's going to be interesting.
Because that answer reveals your mindset.
This is really powerful.
And now we're reaching the final part.
Already?
Yes, and this is where everything comes together.
I feel like we've covered so much.
We have, but now we need to make it stick.
How?
By summarizing what really matters and giving you a clear path forward.
I like that.
Because knowledge without action changes nothing.
That's true.
So in the final part, we're going to bring clarity, direction, and a powerful next step.
Okay, I'm ready for that.
Good, because this ending might be the moment where you decide to finally transform your listening. For real. So here we are. After everything we've explored, I want to ask you something simple, but powerful.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you still believe your listening problem is about not knowing enough English?
Honestly, no. It feels like it's something deeper now.
Exactly. And that realization alone can change everything.
Because it means the problem is fixable in a different way.
Yes, you're not stuck. You've just been focusing on the wrong things.
That's actually really encouraging.
Good, because now let's bring everything together in the simplest way possible.
I like simple.
First, listening is not about understanding every word.
It's about understanding the main idea.
Exactly. Always come back to meaning.
That already removes so much pressure.
Second, stop translating in your head.
That's going to take practice, but I see why it matters now.
And remember, you don't force it, you train it through exposure.
Right, consistent listening.
Third, focus forward.
Don't go back mentally when I miss something.
Yes, stay with the flow.
Like a river.
Exactly. Fourth, trust your brain's ability to predict.
Even if it's not perfect.
Especially if it's not perfect. That's how it improves.
I like that.
Fifth, accept partial understanding.
That's the tolerance for ambiguity, right?
Yes, that one idea alone can unlock your listening.
It really changes how I feel about mistakes.
Good, because mistakes are not failure. They're signals.
Signals of what I need to improve.
Exactly.
This feels like a completely new way of learning.
That's the goal. Not just more information, but a new perspective.
I think a lot of people watching are going to feel the same.
I hope so. And if you're watching right now, I want you to pause for a second. Not the video, but your thoughts.
That's deep.
Ask yourself, what is one thing from today that you can actually apply?
Just one thing.
Because real progress starts with one small change.
Not everything at once.
Exactly. Now, here's your action plan.
I'm ready.
Every day, just 10 minutes.
That's manageable.
Listen to real English. No subtitles.
Okay,
Don't translate. Focus on the main idea.
got it.
And after listening, ask yourself one question. What did I understand?
That's so simple but powerful.
And if you do this consistently, your listening will improve.
Not overnight, but steadily.
Exactly. And one day, you'll notice something surprising.
What?
You'll be listening and suddenly realize you're not trying anymore.
That sounds amazing.
That's the moment everything clicks.
I want that moment.
And you can have it, but only if you stay consistent.
That's the key.
Now let's make this interactive.
Okay?
In the comments, write this. I will listen daily.
That feels like a commitment.
It is. And when you write it publicly, it becomes real.
I like that idea.
And if this episode helped you, even a little, make sure you like it.
And share it with someone who struggles with listening.
Because chances are, they feel exactly the same way you used to.
And don't forget to subscribe to Talk Easy Daily.
Exactly. Because we're building something here. Not just lessons, but real transformation.
I love that.
And before we end, one final thought.
I'm listening.
You don't need perfect English to understand the world.
Wow,
You just need the courage to keep listening, even when it's uncomfortable.
that's powerful.
Because every time you listen, you're not just learning a language.
You're training your mind.
Exactly.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
And we're just getting started.
That makes me excited for what's next.
So stay consistent, stay curious.
And keep listening.
We'll see you in the next episode of Talk Easy Daily.
See you soon.